You pick up your phone for no reason, no notification, no buzz, just an urge. Your thumb finds the screen before your brain finishes the thought. You tell yourself it's a modern problem, a symptom of apps designed to be addictive. But the real answer is far stranger. This urge is not new. It is not even human. Not really. It is 2 million years old, and it once kept your ancestors alive. Picture an early human walking across the African savanna. Food is scattered, hidden, unpredictable. A cluster of berries here. Nothing for a mile, then a fig tree loaded with fruit. The brain that survived this world wasn't the brain that settled for what it already had. It was the brain that kept checking, kept scanning, kept moving toward the next possible reward because the next patch might be better than this one. Neuroscientist Jaak Panksepp called this circuit the seeking system. It sits deep in the brain, older than language, older than tools. It doesn't reward you for finding something, it rewards you for looking. The dopamine doesn't spike when you eat the berry. It spikes when you spot the bush and start walking toward it. Wanting, not having, is the feeling this system was built to produce. Why would evolution build a brain that rewards the search more than the prize? Think about what it means for survival. An animal that feels satisfied too easily stops exploring. It misses the next food source, the next water hole, the next mate. An animal that stays a little hungry, a little restless, keeps moving, keeps discovering. Over millions of years, restlessness won. Psychologist Kent Berridge at the University of Michigan found something even stranger when he studied this system directly. He separated wanting from liking in the brain and discovered they run on different circuits entirely. You can want something intensely without liking it much at all once you get it. That gap between craving and enjoying is not a flaw. It is the exact mechanism your ancestors needed to keep foraging instead of resting. Now look at your phone again. Every app on it was built by people who understand this circuit precisely. They know that a notification doesn't need to promise anything good. It only needs to promise that something might be there. A red dot, an unopened message, an unrefreshed feed. None of it guarantees a reward. That uncertainty is the point. B.F. Skinner discovered this decades before smartphones existed. In his experiments with rats and pigeons, he found that unpredictable rewards produce far more repeated behavior than reliable ones. A rat that gets a food pellet every single time it presses a lever eventually stops pressing. A rat that gets a pellet only sometimes, on no fixed schedule, presses the lever compulsively. Skinner called this a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. Silicon Valley calls it a notification feed. Your phone is not a berry bush, but your brain cannot always tell the difference. The same circuit that once sent your ancestors walking toward an uncertain fig tree now sends your thumb toward an uncertain feed. The reward used to be food or safety or information about a rival tribe. Now it is a like, a text, a headline. The packaging changed, the circuit did not. Is this your fault? Not really. You didn't build the seeking system and you didn't design the apps that exploit it. What you can do is notice the moment it happens. Notice the pull before you've decided to feel it. That pause, that flicker of awareness is the only real leverage you have over a mechanism 2 million years older than the device in your hand. Tonight, when you feel your thumb move toward the screen for no reason at all, you won't just see a bad habit. You'll see an early human on an open plain scanning the horizon for the next bush, unable to stop looking, because looking is what kept your entire lineage alive.